So your goal was to go up and become undisputed in 3 different weight classes.
There you go.
Wow.
Something that never been done before.
Right.
And,
Veteran boxing analyst Joe Tessitore has stirred excitement with his unexpected prediction about the highly anticipated showdown between Saul Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford.
But you looking forward to the fight?
Yeah, I'm always, anytime I call a championship event, it's a thrill, and I take that with great respect.
Yeah, and Crawford, obviously a highly respected champion, undefeated, unified one division.
Recognize certain things. A guy who's always been willing to take on every challenge, a guy who still has blazing speed, great legs, a high boxing IQ, and a guy who at 147 pounds is at his ideal weight and is undefeated there. So I think it's a real challenge.
As discussions heat up in the boxing world over the noticeable weight difference between the two fighters, analysis points to a potential outcome far beyond a simple points decision. This prediction isn't just a casual opinion. It comes from a deep understanding of both boxer styles' abilities. Unlike many of Canelo's past opponents, Crawford brings a rare combination of speed, defense, and finishing power. According to the analysis, Crawford wouldn't just outmaneuver the bigger man. He'd exploit defensive lapses with precision and relentless volume, potentially accomplishing what other heavy hitters couldn't. The prediction also factors in recent signs of decline in Canelo's footwork and head movement, subtle changes that could make a big difference in the ring.
The description of Canelo in recent years of, he's more economical and he's more judicious, that came to a screeching halt the other night. That is a guy that to me looked much slower, more unengaged, less capable, not wanting it as much. I have great concern if I'm in the Canelo camp coming out of that recent outing, knowing what's in front of me.
He believes a strategic fighter like Terence Crawford can exploit these openings with precision and relentless pressure. The knockout prediction isn't about landing a single fight-ending punch on Canelo. It's about slowly breaking him down with calculated combinations and constant technical pressure. This idea stems from a simple yet critical observation many have overlooked. In a recent interview, Joe Tessitore mentioned that Canelo appeared slower and less active in his previous bout. Considering Tessitore's reputation for sharp analysis, this comment carried weight. It suggested there might be cracks in the armor of a man once viewed as nearly unbeatable. But this prediction isn't just about Canelo's potential decline. It also underscores the rise of a fighter Tessitore has long admired. For years, he has praised Terence Crawford, even before talk of a Canelo clash emerged, often calling him America's top pound-for-pound boxer and one of the sport's most complete fighters.
Dealing with a guy that's never been knocked out in 67 fights, a guy with one of the best granite chins in boxing, a guy that's never been down. How do you win? You just got to pot shot him and you got to bloody him up and you got to win on decision. So Crawford has a tall task to climb. But that's why people are interested, because this is a mean dude with a mean chip on his shoulder that filled out nicely muscular wise and is confident as hell. And the way you beat Canelo is not by muscle or by power. You do it by boxing.
Tessitore has long argued that Crawford is a once-in-a-generation talent. He often highlights Crawford's rare skill set, his effortless stance switching, sharp ring IQ, and cold, calculated finishing instinct that has broken down countless opponents. This admiration isn't something new. It reflects Tessitore's consistent belief that Crawford possesses the tools to beat anyone placed in front of him. What makes this fight so intriguing, however, is the contrast between a potential legend in Canelo, who may be past his peak, and a fighter like Crawford, who seems to be at the height of his powers. The main point of debate remains the weight difference. Canelo, the naturally bigger man, has proven time and again that his power carries through multiple weight classes. Many analysts argue that his size and strength will allow him to walk Crawford down, absorb his shots, and eventually overpower him. But not everyone agrees. Some experts insist that skill can neutralize size. Boxing icons like Andre Ward have openly supported Crawford, emphasizing that his technical ability, speed, and adaptability could be enough to offset Canelo's raw power. Former fighter Fernando Vargas Jr. even likened Crawford's ideal approach to a Tom and Jerry scenario, where Crawford, like the quick-witted mouse, uses movement and frustration to neutralize the bigger, stronger cat without getting caught in dangerous exchanges.
You know what? He's strong. I've actually sparred Crawford. I sparred Crawford, and I was walking around like 180. I was like, okay, like I'm just gonna be chilling. I'm gonna be able to move him around. And nah, bro, Crawford, I think he has like wrestling in his background or whatever.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
And he's strong, bro, and he's just a real strong guy. So, it's gonna be a great fight. I feel Crawford has the skills, right? But Canelo has the weight, and he also has the experience.
While experts continue to debate the outcome, Crawford himself has offered a simple yet powerful response. Surrounded by sporting legends like Canelo, Tom Brady, and Shaquille O'Neal, his confidence never wavered. When asked what sets him apart from the rest, Crawford didn't hesitate. His answer was short but telling. I'm different. I'm an elite fighter.
Your goal was to go up and become undisputed in 3 different weight classes.
There you go.
Wow.
Something that never been done before.
Right.
And, it's greatness. Like I said, this is my era, and I'm taking it. Ain't nobody gonna stop me. So now I didn't shift gears because I know I wanted to fight Jamel, but if he lose to Canelo, I always said, man, that's a big step. That's a big step, but for a person to go up 3 weight classes from 147 to 168 and to win, and become undisputed, wow. What can they say? They can't say nothing right now, but what can they say?
Discussion.
I'm already in them discussions.
Are.
But I'm saying, but what would they say though? 3-time undisputed champion and the smaller fighter that went up 3 weight divisions to conquer one of the baddest mans besides himself that's been doing it for probably longer than me.
Joe Tessitore's bold prediction. Can Terence Crawford shock Canelo Alvarez? Respected boxing commentator Joe Tessitore has surprised fans with his bold prediction for the highly anticipated clash between Saul Canelo Alvarez and Terence, but Crawford-esque debate rages over the size difference between the 2 fighters. Tessitore believes this fight could produce more than just a close decision win. He foresees the possibility of a knockout. His analysis isn't based on hype, but on years of observing both fighters' styles, strengths, and weaknesses that strategic breakdown. Not a one-punch KO, according to Tessitore. This isn't about Crawford overpowering Canelo with a single punch. Instead, it's about the smaller man using skill, speed, and ring IQ to systematically wear down the bigger champion. Crawford's precision, footwork, and ability to exploit defensive gaps could be the key to breaking Canelo's rhythm and confidence over time. I end past fights. Canelo has shown signs, subtle but noticeable, of slowing down. Tessitore, known for his sharp analysis, pointed out that Canelo appeared less active and less sharp in recent bouts, leading him to wonder if the once dominant champion is beginning to decline. The clash of size versus skill, the main debate remains. Can skill overcome size? Canelo, a natural super middleweight, has carried his power across multiple weight divisions. Many analysts believe his physicality will be too much for Crawford, predicting he'll eventually corner him, take his best shots, and overpower him as the fight progresses. But others, including boxing legend Andre Ward, see it differently. Ward argues that Crawford's speed, technical mastery, and adaptability could neutralize Canelo's power advantage. Former fighter Fernando Vargas Jr. compared Crawford's ideal approach to a Tom and Jerry scenario. Stay elusive, frustrate the bigger man, and pick your moments carefully without engaging in unnecessary brawls. Of Crawford's confidence and Canelo's choice as Terence, Crawford himself seems unfazed by the size debate. When asked in a room full of sports legends what sets him apart, Crawford simply replied, I'm different. I'm an elite fighter. That self-belief drives his ambition to become a 3-division undisputed champion, a goal that would cement his legacy. He admits he can't outmuscle Canelo, but believes he can outsmart him with strategy, timing, and ring intelligence. Meanwhile, questions linger about Canelo's recent career choices. For years, a looming threat has been David Benavidez, an undefeated powerhouse nicknamed the Mexican Monster. Despite being Canelo's mandatory challenger, the fight hasn't happened. Instead, Canelo has shifted focus toward Crawford, a smaller opponent. Some insiders see this as a business decision, a big money fight with less perceived risk. But to others, it hints at a subtle vulnerability. Is Canelo avoiding a dangerous challenge? And if so, does this give Crawford an opening? Tessitore's prediction, A perfect storm by combining all these factors: Canelo's slight decline, Crawford's peak form, the size versus skill debate, and Canelo's questionable opponent choices. Tessitore envisions a possible upset. He sees Crawford using speed, movement, and intelligence to frustrate Canelo early. As the fight drags on, a reckless or tired Canelo might leave openings for Crawford's precise counters. The knockout, if it comes, wouldn't be from sheer power, but from a well-executed plan wearing Canelo down over rounds. It's the classic Tom and Jerry dynamic. The clever, elusive fighter slowly outsmarts the bigger, stronger opponent. The big question, so, is Tessitore right? Will Terence Crawford's skill and strategy be enough to dethrone the legendary Canelo Alvarez? Or will Canelo's size and power prove too much? Boxing fans remain divided, and the only certainty is that this matchup has a potential to deliver drama, strategy, and maybe even history.